no one method can work for all questions. Solving mathematical problems requires an infinite supply of new ideas. Well, it was one thing to make such a claim. It was a monumental task. To prove it, I needed to examine the provability of mathematical assertions, past, present, and future. I mean, how on earth was such a thing to be done? But eventually, one word gave me a clue. People have been talking about a mechanical process, a process that could be applied mechanically to solving mathematical problems without requiring any human intervention or ingenuity. Machine! That was the crucial word. I conceived the idea of a machine, a Turing machine which will be able to scan mathematical symbols. It would read them, if you like. It would read a mathematical assertion and then arrive at a verdict as to whether or not that assertion were provable. And with this concept, I was able to show that Hilbert was wrong. My idea worked.
Yes, I see. Well, I don't, but I see something, I think. The originality of your thinking is clearly remarkable. And I'm sure you'll make an invaluable member of our team. Group, call it what you will. We'd like you to start work immediately. Is that all right?
Yes, of course.
Good. Is there anything you'd like to ask me?
No, my only worry is about fitting into a place like this. I mean, I've never been very good at organising things, least of all myself, and I'm not too sure how well I'll function in a government department.
No need to worry about that. There's a healthy disregard of organisational formality at GCCS. If there wasn't, I wouldn't be here. As far as I'm concerned, rules are only important in cricket, poetry, and scholarly editing of ancient texts. I'm going to ask Miss Green to come in. Would you ask Pat to come in, please? Patricia Green, one of our most able cryptanalysts, quite as good as any chap.
What sort of work shall I be doing?
Oh, you'll be concentrating on something called the Enigma Code. It's been devised and developed by the Germans, and it's an absolute pick. Pat, yes, do come in. Come and meet Alan Turing.
How do you do?
Oh, how do you do?
Actually, we've met before.
Have we? When?
You read a paper to the Moral Science Club at Cambridge. We met briefly afterwards.
Oh, but that was, 7 years ago.
December 1933. I remember it very clearly. I remember you saying that mathematical propositions had not just one, but a variety of interpretations. You opened up all sorts of possibilities I'd never thought of before. It was most exciting.
Thank you.
Have we found you somewhere to do?
Yes, the Crown Inn, Shenybrook End.
Oh, good. That's only about 3 miles away. Have you got a bicycle? You'll need a bicycle. Now, I'm relying on you to tell Mr. Turing all about the Enigma Code.
Yes, of course.
What sort of code is it?
Mechanical. The message to be transmitted is encoded by this machine. The sender and receiver have the same equipment, of course. Here, beneath the keyboard, are 3 rotors. Now, the letters of the alphabet circle each rotor. If you press one of the keys, K, for example, you'll see that the plain text K is encoded into H. The first rotor then moves on. Pressing K again produces the letter F, and so on and so on. When the rotor's made a complete revolution, the second does the same, and then the third. It's a polyalphabetical machine with 26 times 26 times 26 possible settings.
17,576.
Yes.
Well, it's not a tremendously large number.
No, that's true. A manual analysis would eventually lead to the correct setting, given a little patience. But it could take several days, and the setting is changed each day.
Or how do they know which setting to use?
They use a code book, which, alas, we don't have. But at least we know how the machine works, and we've been able to modify one of our own machines to simulate the Enigma's function.
Ah.
The trouble is The Germans have just made the Enigma much more elaborate, which means that our machine is virtually obsolete. Their operators are now equipped with a stock of 5 rotors, from which any 3 can be used in any order when they set up the Enigma.
So it's 60 possible combinations, 17,576 times 60.
1,054,560. They've also added a plug board to the apparatus, like a telephone switchboard. They just attach pairs of letters to jack plugs, and this swaps the letters before they're fed into the rotors and after. So there are literally thousands of millions of possible permutations.
Well, it's quite a problem.
The point is, this damn code is a vital part of the Nazi war effort. Vital. The army uses it, so does the Luftwaffe, and so, most importantly, do the U-boats. And if the U-boats get control of the North Atlantic, our merchant ships won't stand a chance. They'll starve us out. So, the Enigma has to be broken. Somehow. Top priority.
There were no oranges and no lemons, so we made a fruit cocktail out of apples and pears.
It's a depressing colour.
Don't start finding fault. Things are difficult enough these days. Pat's coming to church with me.
Oh, good.
Do come, Alan, dear.
Not today. Oh!
What's the matter?
It's terribly sour.
Is it?
You try some.
Well, I already have. I'm so glad